Figure we do that shop tour now. This is my '53 Cadillac. We built this car. It's been driving probably for about 2-3 years now. This is one we typically take to the shows till I get the 60 ready. Um, it's got a small block 350, 400 trans. We swapped the powertrain out of this car. It had a 331 Cadillac in it when we got it. Motor was toast. You wasn't driving. You wasn't going to drive that car with the original motor in it from here to the end of the driveway, unfortunately. And like I said, we like to drive these cars. We don't like to trailer them if we don't have to. Obviously, if we go 2-3 yards down the road, you know, I may throw it on a trailer if I'm going to stay all night at the show. And that's just basically not because the car won't make it, but because, hey, I get 100 miles into a trip and the freaking thing lays down and the whole trip is shot. But around here, you know, my cutoff limit on these cars, like hour, couple hours, you know, local, I could get to them with my trailer if something did happen to break. This car has not laid down on us ever. It did. I hit a pothole coming out of the show a while back, and the distributor wire came off on the side of the interstate. So I guess technically, yeah, you could say it laid down, but luckily it was a quick fix, no trailer needed. We got her back on the road, got home. A lot of works went into this car, not all done by myself. I've got friends that's helped me out a great deal with this car. Nobody really does it, I guess, on their own like this. I mean, everybody's got friends that help out. I do. I'm thankful for those friends, and my boys, you know, do a lot for me here, helping me out. I'll tell you a good one. I'm gonna show you some video from a show, a cruise in that we did a week or so ago, and in Lenoir City. It's a great show. I got a lot of good video there for you guys to see. A lot of cool cars, a lot of high-end stuff. So we busted into the show, worked all week after work, hour or two after work, afternoons, putting some new plug wires and fixing some spark plugs and ignition issues with the car. And also went around and checked all the fluids. As you can see, it dribble right here. Because I didn't tighten the radiator cap. So we got in the show, and of course she threw up just a little bit. Wasn't nothing major, but it did throw up a little bit. But luckily it was just a couple of cranks with the, you know, on the old cap right there, and she, problem solved. I'll show you. I'll take you around here and show you the inside of this car. All right, so this is the inside of the car. Seats were redone by a shop here in town. That's the only thing inside the car that was redone by a shop. We sanded off the dash, clear coated it. It's all original. All but the massive freaking shifter in the floor that everybody wants to talk about. So my wife done the door panels. She wrapped basically everything in the car. Done the headliner. She done the carpet. Done the back deck. We didn't have a lot to do in this car, other than a little bit of floor pan patch, and of course all the interior was toast in it. The trunk is also done. These are the original seats. They've just been reupholstered. The original dash, original radio. No, unfortunately the radio don't work. One thing we did do though that on this car is originally it had power over hydraulic windows. Of course we swapped all that out. We fabricated some parts, used some late model motors in the passenger door out of a Toyota Camry is the window motor in it. The other 3 doors are actuator motors that push the regulators. The seat, we got the power working in it on a regulator, and we got a rear fan. This car had rear heat under the seat. Not a lot of people know that. 53 Cadillac, Series 62. Anything that you could get, that you could dream of, these cars had it. They were very far ahead of their time. Of course, it was a high-end car. You know, it took me 70 years to afford one, so, you know, it's a high-end car back in the day. This is the original paint. It's got the original frame up under it. We have static drop the car a couple inches. Of course, put the baby moons back on it. Car's not ever been painted. It's got that sweet patina on it. I mean, it's just all over the place. It looks really good, and not every car you get, unfortunately, has a good patina on it like this car had. But it really looks good with its original paint and stuff on it. We keep it inside, obviously. Now, we did go a little nuts under the hood on this thing. Got all the jewelry. I mean, who's gonna have a Cadillac and it not just look banging under the hood? I mean, it's got all the jewelry. It's got, you know, all aluminum radiator. It's got aluminum intake, aluminum polish, aluminum poly carburetor, high-rise valve covers. You know, the car looks really good. It draws a lot of attention. But you got to understand, you know, this was done on a budget. This is not something that's done overnight. This took us, you know, about 3 years to put this thing together to the point that it's at now. A lot of my parts I get online, and, you know, wherever I can find them cheap. If we can get stuff out of the junkyard and redo it, that's, you know, what it is. You can see right here some of Bubba's stuff right here. This is door panel off of his 64 Thunderbird that we've been building for the last year. That was only supposed to be in my garage for 2 months. We did not recover this door panel. Of course, like most of these door panels do, it had the cracks, and we're watching some stuff on YouTube and come up with the idea we can't find any really good door panels for cheap, so we figured we'd just try to repair and fix these. So we did repair some cracks. Obviously, it's not perfect, but that's okay. You know, it looks better than it did with the door panel all being busted. We done some patchwork here with some Bondo, and we done some just some basic spray paint on it. Cleaned it up really good. So we've been getting these together just so we can get the car on the road, get driving it, get and enjoy it. You know, that's what it's about, enjoying it. Then of course you can see all my massive collection of crap and junk hanging all over the wall, because when you fool with this stuff, you accumulate two things you get a lot of: garbage and useful crap that you can never find. I don't care how many freaking shelves or how big your garage is, it's going to be full of useful crap that you can't never find. I'll spend more time running around looking for a can of carburetor cleaner, and look, right out here, right out in the open it is, and I'll look for this crap like everybody does for 30 minutes, and right there it sits. It's amazing how much time you can waste doing that. Of course, over here's our toolboxes, and this right here is a 60 Bel Air we've been working on here recently. I traded for this car. The top on the car is pearl. It was painted when I got it. The body, however, was not. But it didn't have a good patina on this car like the Cadillac did. So somebody had already been in doing some work here. We've swapped the fenders out. A good friend of mine, the Ghost of Knowledge, because he don't ever want to be on camera. It's going to be hard for you ever. You may hear this guy, but you'll never see him. He really helps me out a lot. He's from the old school. He's an old school dirt track race car builder, hot rod builder. He's one of them people that everybody needs. He can just about do anything. And he helps me out with things I don't, exactly know how to do, or things that I may have a good idea that he can just help me get done. But this car is a cool old car. This is a very good car. It runs. It's got 350, same as the Cadillac. The Cadillac's got cam and stuff in it. This car's basically stock. This is a good driving car. As you can see, we've airbagged the car. Still in the process of that. We've done a lot of floor pan work to this car. Still got a little bit to do right here inside the doors, as you can see. Um, this car is almost done. It's not far from being there. You know, a little bit of patchwork here and there, but hey, one or two holes never hurt nobody. Of course, I've got to get my wife to stay on her about getting my interior done. The car's gonna be ready to drive, and me and Axel gonna be riding down the road on 5-gallon buckets at this point. We painted the dash in this car black because it was a crazy blue that just didn't look good from the factory. I can't knock her too bad. She does have my headliner about 3/4 of the way in, and that's one of the hardest parts of the headliner. This is old sled, man. It's gonna be a cool old sled. Drive around. So you see nothing crazy under the hood. We haven't been under here painting or trying to do anything like that. We did upgrade power disc brakes just for drivability. In the front, new shocks all the way around, air ride, solid old motor, just bone stock. This is going to be a cool car right here. But like I said, you know, we're not limited to that. You may see Axel's 4-wheeler in here and we're working on it, or we may have one of the freaking trailers pulled around here that need bearings put in or grease, or a lawnmower. I mean, we work on a lot of lawnmowers, do things like that. Just whatever we got that's got to be maintenance, or you know, something that we want to do. You know, maybe lift a lawnmower. If I got one outside that's lifted up, 4-wheel drive, you're going to see that here. And like I said, if you want to see more videos on the Cadillac, hey, hit me in the comments. You know, we'll take the car out and do some video driving this car. Letting you hear it run. We'll do some video with the 60. If y'all want to see more on it, hit me in the comments. Got any questions about what we're doing or what we have done or how this Cadillac's set up, hit me in the comments. I'll answer any questions I can. Show me your ride. You know, what you're working on in your garage. And you know, it's a community. You know, anybody that's doing their own work and building their own craft in their own garage, hey, you gotta respect that. I mean, that's what it's all about. And then like right here, this is the donor 4-wheeler we're working on for him, trying to, you know, we're gonna do a video on it later, see if we can get this old motor to turn over. We need this motor for the good frame and stuff up on the hill, right?
Yep.
Because this motor here, you can see somebody done some high quality work on the rear end of this thing, putting a good fuel leak in it. The bad thing is, this one's leaking oil, and the other one's leaking oil too, but at least it's a seal and not, you know, a big nice hole right in the rear end. I guess that's a vent hole. Yeah, that's a crankcase vent hole. That's exactly where I would have put it too. That's awesome right here. Oh, it's nice. This one don't look much better, but hey, I think we can, this one don't have a crankcase vent hole put in the back of the block, so we'll be good there. At least we'll be good there. This one leaks oil in a totally different spot, so. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it, Axel?
Yeah, this is my 4-wheeler. We got one up on the hill, like Dad said, and we're trying to fix it. That one's shot, so we're trying to get this one to run so we can get that one run. But you want to go look at the frame?
Yeah, we go up on the hill and look at the other frame. Well, while we're out here going to look at the frame to the other 4-wheeler, this is the Monster JD all-terrain army tank Civil War freaking lawnmower here that the boys put together last year. And this is Bubba's old truck, old blue. This 73. Man, this thing runs good. He drove this truck a couple hours to a car show and back. He can drive this truck basically anywhere. It's a great running old truck. It's not a big block truck. Don't everybody get crazy. It's a big block. No, it's not a big block truck. It was originally like 302, and then somebody swapped it before we traded for the truck. There's a 351 in it now, but it's a solid old motor. You know, it's not a hot rod. It's real simple. This is what you would have seen your grandpa driving back in the day on the farm, you know, or to work, or pulling their camper with. This is a really, really good old truck. My wife done a lot of work on the inside of this truck, headliner, bottom of the doors, dash pad and stuff like that. And this right here is Al Capone traded for this little nugget right here. This is Jewel in the junkyard up the street. Drug it home. This is a solid old car. It's a 48 Fleet Master. It's got some good seats in it. Great start. I mean, yeah, the paint looks like crap, but you know, whatever. Hey, we'll do something with that later on. I mean, maybe crap's not the best word, but I can't think of anything worse right now. But we need to keep this PG rated, I guess. So this car here does need a little work. Me and Axel got out here one day. We put about 3-4 hours on it and actually started this old girl up. She's got an inline 6 235. The only thing is this car likes to smoke, and it likes to smoke a lot. This thing smokes like 2 cartons of cigarettes a day when you start this thing up. So I don't know, we'll have to figure out what's going on there, but who knows how long it's been since she's ran. So we'll go up here on the hill. Now up here is my wife's car that I have got to get back in the garage before she kills me. This is Loretta. It's a 1956 Chevy 210 wagon. This whole girl needs a lot of work. And as you can see, it's been up here a while, so the daggum grass is drove plumb up over my ankle. Doing a lot of metal work here. Car is solid. However, it does need some metal work. Anywhere where there's glass, obviously, it was left down for 100 years and water's run all in, you know, into the bottoms, and we're fixing the metal there. But hey, this car's already got some good pluses, and it's already got disc brakes on the front, so we're good there. Even though it won't go, it will stop. And right here's the frame. This is Axel's project right here. This is his body and frame off the Bayou. It's going to be his new wheels here pretty soon. When we get that going, you'll see some videos coming up on that. And if you want to see more of them, hey, hit us up. We'll do, you know, more videos on this build. But I'm kind of leaving a lot of this up to him, the way he wants to do it. Try to learn, you know, ins and outs of these small engines before you move on to something huge, like a semi-truck, which you won't see here. Because that's, you know, I have a full-time job, and I will just say it revolves around semi-trucks. So you will not see that here, if I can help it. But yeah, this is a good start for him. This is a great frame, great body here, a lot of good parts. Hopefully we can get the other engine going here pretty soon and do a heart transplant on this and get him riding wheelies all over the yard and jumping over the house. Don't jump over the house. Your mom is not gonna like, don't jump over the house.